Chelsea let me down yesterday, boy. Big time, big time. You know what the problem is, yeah? I actually believe we got a good team. I wouldn't say good enough team to win the Prem or say on a one-off game, I think we could beat anybody. It's the stupid mistakes that I can't take. It's the stupid, unnecessary mistakes that are just crumbling us every single time. Like we played what 74 minutes yesterday. It was 2-2. And even then I felt like then both of their goals could have been avoided. I feel like the way how they play was the reason why we was able to score our goals. So our goals was more so goals that you would expect us to score against PSG, especially when they're playing that way. But the goals that we conceded, like, come on, seriously, one ball straight through the team, one ball straight through the team. Like, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. Chalobah's a good defender, but he just makes dumb decisions. Fofana, good defender, dumb decisions. Like even for the goal that Jorgensen gave away, like why are you even going back? You're going back to him when we're on the front foot. You've gone back to him. They just pressed him straight away, and then he's made a mistake. Like I don't even want to blame the keeper because he done dumb stuff, but he actually was good yesterday in certain phases. Like, and I understand the way he plays and why. I mean, why he plays and the way he plays. Well, the fact that Rossini put him in that position to play that way is because of what he can do. Because he looks confident on the ball. But it's just like, bro, even the one he gave away, that was probably the easiest one that he had. That was probably the easiest giveaway that he had out of all the giveaways, all the problems yesterday, all the tight spaces he got out of, the times where he faked a couple players, kept the ball. They were the hardest ones. The easiest one where he should have just booted it because there was no one there. You tried to play some impossible pass to Cole Palmer, and it's just from there the game just went downhill. You could have people saying, "Oh, Chelsea shit, Chelsea this, Chelsea that," and it's like, bro, most of the games we're outplaying teams, and we got the better attacking. Like the way we attack's better. Like even against Arsenal, without that Caicedo tackle, we're in that game. We probably win that game. But that's the problem with this team. It's too much probablys and maybes, and I can't stand that. Like I've come from a Chelsea where I'm used to us winning. Used to us having the experience to get over the line. Even if you have a bad Premier League campaign, make it up with a Champions League campaign, European campaign. You know, something to even like say, all right, cool, it's not as bad as it, whatever. But now, boy, this team, man, just downhill, just downhill. We've got good players, and to be honest with you, if I'm being real, some of our players probably deserve that. Probably deserve that because Caicedo, the amount of work he does in our team, for him to be going through this. Like yesterday, I thought he was doing well. I think he was jumping into tackles. He was winning the ball. He was pressuring Neves, pressuring um Zaire Emery. He was pressuring Vitinha. Vitinha kind of got a bit of control later on in the game because he was like sitting back a little bit. And he was kind of getting the ball from the defense and then having more space to maneuver a bit. He was just hitting it from side to side, switching the play. Weren't doing nothing spectacular, but then the goal. When he scores a goal like that down, you're gonna say, "Oh, Coutinho is the best midfielder in the world." And to be honest, he did not to me outshine not even Enzo yesterday. I feel like Enzo played better passes. He played. He was more involved in the midfield, more involved in the build up. Whereas with their goals or their attack, it was more so um Hakimi on the right hand side and Barcola on the left hand side. And then sometimes Hakimi was coming over to the left hand side, so it's like they were just switching and swapping. Dembele never really played great. Scored a good goal. Good finish. Well, it was kind of one on one until Fofana kind of. Fofana done well for that to even catch him, but you don't know where that running back to just make him just shoot anyway. And it comes off him, deflection, boom, boom. Not gonna lie, Jorgensen's not the best keeper. We shouldn't have dropped Sanchez. I don't get that. Definitely should have dropped Sanchez. But you know, it's sometimes I feel like people overdo it and make it seem like Chelsea are this and Chelsea are that. It's like, bro, yeah, we know that we're not as good as we used to be. We still got young players, so we just got to work with the fact that we got young players. What it is that we get excited after one result and we think, yeah, this team can do whatever, and then we start expecting it from them. And it's like, bro, That's not how football goes. That is not how football goes. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I feel like we could still finish the season in fourth, fifth, fourth. Hopefully fourth, not fifth, because these five Champions League spots things is getting on my nerves now. It's like making teams in fifth spot feel like they're good enough. And it's annoying because look, you end up with teams like friggin' Villa and Tottenham in the round of 16s, especially this new Champions League format. And who wants to see Villa and Newcastle in Champions League? I don't. Anyway, so the whole time I was doing this, and this wasn't even see new to this, but yeah. So I don't know, man. Hopefully, we can finish the season on a high. We might can do something in the FA Cup. No, we can definitely go for them fourth or fifth spot. As I said, hopefully fourth. We can even go for third right now if we do the right thing. Because Man United look like they took a little blip the other day, draw and a loss. Liverpool's just up and down. We don't know if they're gonna continue a run or what. Man City, boy, I hope they don't drop off. Because if they drop off, that means Arsenal's going to win, which they probably are anyway. But hey, there's an asterisk. I'm glad there's an asterisk beside Arsenal's title win. Even though, like, obviously you want to win, innit? Everyone wants to win, but there's an asterisk because the way you lot are playing is so poor and so appalling. It's embarrassing. But yeah, man, I feel like we still got a lot to play for. Um, I don't know what we're gonna do about this defense going forward. I feel like Reece James needs to stay at right back. We got too much midfielders. We don't need Reece in the midfield. He's good, but clearly, you see, Reece ain't a tight spaces guy. He can do well in tight space, but he's not that kind of guy. So when he tries to do all this, like yesterday, he lost the ball. So it was twice in the build up to their goal. Yeah. So, but if you ask me, if I be honest with you, I feel like if we got a player like Neves to come in our team, or even a player like Vitinha, we're gonna have the same problems because it's not in the midfield. It's not in the midfield, and I feel like our midfield is getting a lot of the stick, especially from fans. Fans that already know that we got a poor defense, but keep sticking on our midfield every time we lose, and every time we win, they say our Chelsea's got a good midfield. So I don't know. I just feel like it's an internal problem. I feel like it's the sporting directors are annoying me now. Like they're come on, it's common sense. We need experience. We need experience in this team. And if we don't get no experience, then it's just gonna be the same old story. Same thing the year before, same thing the year before that. Just constantly the same thing, nearly team. You know, we do things that make us think, oh yeah, we're nearly there, and then we do things that make us think, oh yeah, we're nowhere near it. You know what I mean? We need to get a bit of know-how, a bit of skill. You know? So obviously everyone can say what they want to say and you can laugh and you can joke, whatever, innit? But to be honest, I feel like I got a bit too much glory in them in the last 20 years. It is time that we get a bit of humbling, you know? All these Arsenal fans going on and on and on. Ah, go on, you're not going to win something for the first time. Congratulations. First time in decades. Hopefully you still don't win it. But yeah, is what it is. But yeah, man, we just got to take that beating on the chin yesterday. I just feel like we could have went back to the bridge 3-2 down. I would have felt confident. Like I got one of my brethren, he was talking about 5-0 before the game. And then when the game was going on, he was quiet. Quiet. He's a PSG fan. PSG fan. But yeah, he was quiet during the game in certain aspects, in certain parts of the game. He was quiet because he saw that we was controlling. And as soon as they scored, he'd be back in my DMs doing all of that, giving it the big end, you know what I mean? But and then obviously when we battered them in the Club World Cup, he tried to say it was a Mickey Mouse trophy. But hey, here's what it is. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, innit? But yeah, man, I just feel like Chelsea need to step up. Step up, man. Big players need to step up now. Like even yesterday with Enzo, when Enzo was battering up Jorgensen, bro, you need that. Bat him up. Because, bro, what are you doing? Like you're messing up all the hard work by one moment of madness. And then when that happens now, the head go down, and then at the end of the game, we got to be begging you to clap the away fans. Like, bro, yeah, we know you're rich, we know you got all the money in the world, bro. But we, like us as fans, we still got to pay to come and watch the games, pay to see it on the TV. Even if you're getting it on a Fire Stick, you're still having to pay for that. Still a subscription. You still got to pay for the Fire Stick. You know what I mean? And no, we're not rich like you. We don't get money like you. Money undeserved, by the way, because whoever 100 grand you're getting a week, you don't deserve it. Not with playing like that. You know what I mean? I don't know what they saw in you in Villarreal. I'm not saying you're a dead keeper, but ever since you played for Chelsea, you ain't done nothing to say to me why we spent so much money on you. You ain't showed me nothing to say why do we spend so much money on this guy. But it's what it is. Guess it just comes with the game and everyone wastes money. And all these overhyped players, overpaid, the cost is overpriced. Everything's just, that's why me personally, I think football is going downhill. Because I feel like the game ain't as, it's not like how it used to be. It's not like how it used to be, man. You know what I mean? Like, I used to be in love with the game. I still love football. I'm still in love with football, but it's just, I'm almost falling out of love with it. Whether it's VAR, whether it's the refs, whether it's teams like Arsenal and the grabbing and the shoving, but then again, that leans back to the refs because they're allowing it to happen. Whether that's the new rules that they keep implementing every year. You know, like time wasting, teams just sitting back and then hoping for one chance and then getting a lucky header or a lucky, like, because if you check most of Chelsea's games, the points that we drop, that's where most of the points are getting dropped. It's because teams are coming to our ground, sitting back, and then they're taking one or two of their chances, which you can't really hate on, to be honest, because it works, especially against us. I've seen a lot of teams go against Man United this season and play good for the whole game, and in the last 5 minutes they concede. Same with Liverpool, same with Arsenal. I mean, but yeah, guess that's my take on the game yesterday. Cole Palmer, iffy. You're not doing what you was doing, bro. Like you hyped yourself up, bro. So the fact that you put yourself on that pedestal and then you're not able to back it up, bro, that's on you. You know what I mean? Players like Enzo that are playing their heart out, playing good. Players like Caicedo that are playing good. They're getting bad plaudits because the results. You know what I mean? Like even like Cucurella was kind of quiet yesterday. The centre backs, like they don't. Like I was watching Arsenal v Galatasaray, and I saw like Saliba and Gabriel. Obviously that shithousery that they do, but they was just dragging shirts and letting man know they was there. There was this striker, can't remember his name, that plays for Leverkusen. Good striker, decent hold up play and whatever. He's not explosive, but you can see that he's got something about his game. He knows what he's doing. He knows his role, and the manager knows his role, and he plays in his role. And they was on him, and he was doing well, but they was on him. They was letting him know. Do you know what I mean? Like, right, we're here. Like, we don't have that. We don't have them defenders that. Like, I think Chalobah done it. I think to Gyökeres against Arsenal, but we lost that game. You know what I mean? But he done it to Gyökeres a few times against Arsenal, and he had a decent game that game. To be fair, so did Sarr. But you know, Arsenal, corner FC. Can't really do nothing about that, especially when you got Sanchez in the box just dropping all over the place and flapping. But yeah, so yeah, who else? I said Enzo already. Lavia didn't look even so comfortable when he came on. Like, I felt like we could have put Lavia on in that game when we was on top. When we got the second goal, when we looked like we was gonna get the third. We could have put Lavia on. We should have put on Garnacho on the left. Obviously, Neto done some good things, but sometimes a player will do one or two good things a game, and when you get out of them, you just got to take them off now because you're not going to get much more. You know what I mean? He done a good, like he done well for the second goal, chasing down a lost cause kind of, and but I feel like Garnacho deserved to play after that performance against Villa. The performance against Wrexham, I feel like he deserved to play, and that was a slap in the face. And do you know what? Especially when like, sometimes I wonder, like, what are they thinking? Because you got a player that's very like, he's very insecure. Things get to him. The outside noise gets to him. All of that gets to him. So if you know you got that, you doing something like that, dropping in for a big game like this, especially when Neto got himself sent off against Arsenal stupidly, like that ban that he got he should have got more than that ban. Yeah, he got the ban. He come back against Wrexham and still didn't play good against Wrexham. Look poor against Wrexham, and then comes into such a big game like this. Like the mentality that just shows that you can do whatever and just come into the team. To me, that's what it shows. You could just do whatever you want to do dumb stuff, get sent off. You're the 9th or 10th player to get sent off. I think 10th, including Maresca. And then you've done that in a big, massive game against Arsenal. Then you've just come back in as soon as you're available. Like, nah. I mean, that doesn't show a player that he has to do better. That just basically says, okay, well, you start regardless. No. Same like Palmer, no, because we was doing well without Palmer. And Palmer is my guy, but bro, if you're not showing it, like, as a baller, from what I grew up watching footballers, bro, they show it every time they're on the pitch. You show how good you are every time you're on the pitch, not when you're ready or in big moments and then in the small moments you crumble. Like, no. Or vice versa. Do you know what I mean? Like, Neto should have been dropped yesterday. He should have started from the bench. He should have come on with the energy. Garnacho should have played left. We know that Hakimi's going to bomb forward. So at the end of the day, you're going to leave Garnacho against who? Marquinhos. Because a lot of time Neto was against Marquinhos yesterday. And I'm sure Garnacho is quicker than Marquinhos. And he could have caused Marquinhos problems. And the fact that Marquinhos is even in a centre-back pairing and coming to the right. He's coming over to the right. So that just shows you just going to open up more space. So if you got someone that's mad direct like Garnacho, then you're going to open up space. You see the thing with Neto as well, he's another player. He's not great in small spaces. You know what I mean? When it comes to having the ball at your feet and dribbling and being close control, he hasn't got that. He can push it and run. He can chop you and do whatever, but he's not got that close control. So he's losing the ball in areas of the pitch where if we lose the ball, the counter attack, boom, we're under pressure. 'Cause we don't have counter transition defenders. We do not have transition defenders. We don't have good transition defenders. We have decent tacklers, good all round players. But when it comes to defending on a transition, we cannot do it. Chelsea are poor at that. We're poor. Look, we saw the example with the Palmer chance. Palmer had a chance. He went down the other side, and I think what goal was that again? Was that the Dembele goal from Palmer's chance? Went straight down the other side. Boom, goal. It's just like, bro, it's just frustrating, man. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because you can see what the players have, but they're just not pushing. They're not doing the stuff that you think they need to be doing. They're not rising in the moments. They do the hard stuff, and then the easy stuff, they're just like, man. It's sad, it's sad, it's sad. But obviously, hopefully we'll be back. I don't want to get into the argument of the owners and all of that. That's a whole nother topic for another day, for another stream, or for another video. But I'm gonna get into that because I haven't really spoken my mind on that privately or out loud. And to be honest, no, I've never really been questioned about how I feel about that, to be honest. So I haven't really been able to give my opinion. Obviously, I watch a lot of other YouTubers like Blue Lions TV, Matisse. mm, I watch a lot of them. Well, Chelsea based anyway. I watch a lot of other ones, but I'm just talking about Chelsea based. And obviously, I know that they got a lot of opinions. Even Jason Cundy, them and they all got a lot of opinions and stuff. But boy, I got my opinion too. I just never shared it. But one day I'm gonna actually sit down and talk about that. I just wanted to kind of give them a little bit more time because as a lot of people don't admit to, I feel like they've done a lot of good things. They've done bad things, but they've done a lot of good things. So I'm not just gonna sit here and just batter them. At the end of the day, we wouldn't have Caicedo if it wasn't for them. We wouldn't have Palmer if it wasn't for them. Even though Palmer was a second choice behind what Elise, I think. But it's just one of them things, man. I feel like it's easy to just come out and say, oh yeah, they done this wrong, they done that wrong. But at the end of the day, it's like everyone does wrongs, innit? But they also do right. So you have to kind of be fair. Well, but yeah, that's just my take on everything that happened yesterday. PSG Chelsea game. I was supposed to do a live stream, but I'm still learning how to do this stuff. So, maybe if anyone knows how to do this, they can get in my DM and let me know. But yeah, at this moment in time, I'm just trying to figure my way around all of this stuff because it's not easy. Chat GPT has been helping me a lot. So yeah, big him up. But yeah, man, you'll see. You're gonna hear a lot more from me anyway. You're gonna hear a lot more from me because this is it now, innit? We're here now. We're here now. But yeah, man, big up, man. Those talks, huh?